do you do what I had been doing, which is like putting it at like 2.5 speed and listening to us like the Chipmunks remix of Two Cowards Who Don't Even Smoke Crack to get through it faster?
No, I play it at regular speed, like in the background while I do something else. Usually I'll play I've been really into fucking what's it called? Hold on, I gotta look this up. I can't believe I forgot. Oh, House Flipper. I really like House Flipper at the end of the day to wind down. You ever play that game?
No.
You're like a handyman, and you buy houses that are like this house burned down, so you have to like replaster the walls and then paint them and then re-carpet or re-wood the floor and then install all the furniture and stuff. And it's very soothing. It's got that soothingness to it.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I'll play that and like choose paint swatches and then paint the wall while I'm listening to us talk about Viper.
Interesting. I'd been playing. I played video games while I was listening to us, or I would be
Yeah.
working on work or anything like that. I would play, but I would play normally EU4 or Vic 2
Hmm.
or something like that.
That's
Um,
fair. That's fair. Yeah, I like to listen to it at one time speed because I'm afraid that if I listen, well, for one thing, I use shortcut, and the other than one times, there's like a billion slower options, but the
mm.
next fastest option is like 3.5.
Oh yeah,
So
fuck that. Fuck
it's
that.
like I'm gonna miss something, and that's gonna be the one time that Garrett says something bad, and I have to cut it or
Yeah,
plays
yeah.
4 seconds of because
Of
yeah, the
absolute
last one I
silence.
episode no the 4 or 5 seconds where you just played a Viper song for a minute on your recorder.
I forgot about that. I did that in the second episode too. I want to point
It
out the
it
episode that you haven't recorded yet, or that you
oh
haven't
great.
edited yet.
Great. Yeah, it was also significantly louder than anything else, so I just like
Cut it
it
out
jump
completely.
scared me. No, it jump scared me. I was in the middle of retiling a bathroom and House Flipper, and then all of a sudden I just hear you blast "To Kill a Cop" or whatever, "To Kill a Police."
To murder a police, I think is what it's called.
Right, right.
I went ahead and pre-muted the YouTube tab, so when I'm
That's a
pulling up,
good call.
yeah.
That's a good call.
Anyways, I'm Garrett.
What's up with that? Two cowards who don't even smoke crack. What's up with that? Two cowards who don't even smoke crack.
And I'm Will.
And together we're two cowards who don't even smoke crack. This is a podcast dedicated to reviewing the musical works of Lee Carter, aka Lee Dog, aka Cobra, aka Rip, aka Diamondback, or as you may know him, Viper. Between the two of us, we have 0 years of experience in reviewing music, or really professional criticism of any kind. In some ways, this makes us perfect to review Viper because we too know what it feels like to be devoid of any sort of talent.
And this week, I think that's false because we're the best. Um, After last week where we had our first spam porn bot commenter, this week we've hit the big time. If you search Two Cowards on YouTube, we're on the first page. Sometimes we are the first video.
Ooh!
Although the first video is the one from last week with Walter Mondale and Priscilla kissing.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
It's episode 11 and then episode 2. And then in between is this video labeled February 24th, 2021, 7 cowards threaten me. And then some dude who plays Five Nights at Freddy's is still the number one. But we'll get Video Gamer TV eventually.
Have you seen the fucking I don't have a TikTok, but I know of TikTok and I see TikToks against my will sometimes. Have you
Uh-huh.
seen the TikTok of Jack Black just going Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, I sure
Five
have.
Nights. What the fuck
That
is up
guy,
with that?
dude, he just gave up. You know, he did like his gaming channel for a while. I don't know if you see any of that on
No.
YouTube. He has this. It's called Jablinski Games.
Oh hell yeah, that's
Uh,
awesome.
I don't know if he's actually started playing video games now. I doubt it, honestly. But for a while, there were just like months and months where he'd upload a video just like every week or every couple of weeks, and he'd be like, it's just every video. It would be like, I'm about to start playing games, and then like 2 weeks are fast, and he's like, tomorrow about to play some games, Just an update: 1 million subscribers. Gameplay's coming soon, and he didn't upload. I don't think he uploaded. It took a full year, I think, for him to actually upload a single gaming video on his Jablinski Games channel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. He really gets it.
He does get it. You know, his mom was like, I saw this on Reddit the other day. His mom was on like the Apollo 13 team. Like she was like an engineer or whatever in Houston. And like when her water broke, it broke at work, and she had to get rushed to the hospital, and she brought with her the like super intense mathematical problem that she was working on at work, gave birth, finished the problem, and then brought it back to her her supervisor the same night, and she gave birth to fucking Jack Black.
That's awesome.
She gave birth to
I love
Nacho
that.
Libre.
Wow.
All right, do you want to actually start
Wow.
talking about Viper? We got a good solid
Yeah, sure, man.
6 minutes.
This is a cool week. We got 3 great choices this week. We have the Cobra and Viper. These rappers claim they hard.
Yep.
Of course, we have the Top Mala, which is the full original album, by the way.
Yes, which is
Shocking.
It
'cause
is.
It's a 2015 album. It is. It's a brand new Viper album.
Was not expecting.
And then
it.
Kill Yourself, My Man. I was not expecting it either. Where do you want to start? You want to start with the Cobra record? What do you?
Yeah,
what
we
do you
can
think?
start there. I want to point out before we get started. Originally, on last episode, we said we were going to listen to Death 2 Snitches. We switched that out with Kill Yourself, My Man 1. For anybody who's confused.
Right. So Death 2 Snitches is a 3-song like EP that Viper made with this other rapper guy. I don't think either of them did the production. So it's basically just them freestyling, which was not bad enough to be good and not good enough to be bad kind of deal. It was
Yeah.
just kind of what it was.
Yeah.
So I didn't think there was much of a point, and I think we got a real winner with
The Top
Kill
Mala.
Yourself, My Man. So
Oh
well,
yeah.
Top Mala
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
All of them. They're all good. So let's start with the Cobra and Viper. These rappers claim they hard, which
Yep.
should sound familiar.
Yep.
Same name as last week.
Yep.
Except I think this was what he meant to do before.
Yep.
Because this is an actual Cobra remix of These Rappers Claim They Hard,
Yep.
which shouldn't seem like a success considering that he is not only remixed These Rappers Claim They Hard, but them anti-gay slurs. Hey, ain't never seen the pen. He's remixed it so many times, including already having 4 Cobra records of
Right.
that album.
Right.
So
And we
what's one
hear
more
it
to add to
again.
the
We hear it again this week, or parts of it this week.
parts of it? Yeah, it's just what it is. There's no tricks. There's no doubles. There is a lot of terrible artifacting.
I was
but-
gonna say, I think this is the worst version of These Rappers Claim They Hard that we've heard.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go through these pretty quick because there's nothing really. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You know, the original, if it even matters. Most of them are pretty obvious. Some of them he didn't bother to change. If you have notes, feel free. I'll try to mention where there's terrible artifacting.
Most
so
of
start-
the album,
Most. We start with As Our New Rides Crawl.
which I think is
What do you think this
the
is?
exact. I think he's used As Our New Rides Crawl.
Yeah, there was a
On
part where I had
another
to stop
Cobra
to make sure
album.
that this wasn't Locked in Win or whatever.
Yeah, Wrapped in Win. Wrapped in Win.
Wrapped in Win. Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe
so
I remembered a Viper album and you didn't.
we talk about that one a lot. To be fair, that was the good album art one.
Yes. Yeah.
Blingin's What We Do. I don't know why. I just didn't bother to look up what this one was, but
I think it's blingin', is it not?
yeah, I mean it is. It's also this is where the artifacting really starts. It's so bad, but it's only on the Viper, like, because remember Cobra is just Viper's voice.
Right.
And Viper on a Cobra song is deep voice.
Right. It's
I don't
only
know
on the
why.
deep voice. It's only on the deep
Yeah,
voice.
only the deep voice
I noticed
has
that
the
as well.
artifacting. I don't know how that happens, but whatever. Got Dude Struggling, believe it or not, is Got Dude Struggling. Life Changing Cash We Got, I think is my favorite. Maybe my favorite of this album. That's so much cash I got.
Yeah.
But there's so much artifacting I got.
Yeah.
It is completely unlistenable.
Yeah. I think the next song is the worst artifacting on the record. I think No Way to Fall is the worst artifacting on the
So-
entire record.
Something else. So No Way to Fall is Ballin' Not Fallin'. For whatever reason, he took the beat out and added. There's like this artifacting, and the beat is gone. But like the beat was the only like good part of this original song,
Right.
and it's gone. And he brought in this weird static from somewhere. I don't know.
Who knows?
Our
Who's to
Brits
say?
of Hundreds is hater proof.
Baller.
Sure. No artifacting that I noticed on that one. Swag Teeman is Peep Stang. There's artifacting. Number one ballers is I Ride. Unlistenable static artifacting.
Yep.
This grind was made for us is for me to be made. So here's the interesting one. Watch the Flossers. You might think that's I'm a major flosser and a hater tosser, but it's actually Watch Me. I don't know why. It just is.
He forgot.
We gots to hustle is I gots to hustle. Yeah, he also forgot. We stack all day is I stack all day. There's a little bit of a trend right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it continues with we the top, which is I'm the top of the game. And then girls love us is all girls are in love with us.
Yes.
So this is a pretty bog standard Cobra record. Each song is like 40% Cobra, with like a verse and two hooks being the deep voice Viper. It manages to be exactly what it's supposed to be, which is a success, I suppose, but it's so hard to listen to because of that static.
Yeah, this is very much a return to old school Viper. I had that down where I took pre-notes. I almost never take pre-notes, but I took a pre-note that was like I was kind of excited to see Cobra again. It was like seeing a relative that I haven't seen in a long time. Not one I particularly like, right? Not one that I go out of my way to see, but one that, you know, you see at the family reunion, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot you existed for a while, but it's good to see you. And
It's
then
cool to see you again.
yeah, it was really disappointing because it was a return to the old school Viper in that we got that Cobra, but it was also a return to old school Viper in that it had that weird vocal artifacting that we haven't heard in forever. I thought he had fixed that issue, right? Like it had to have been a recording issue or something like that, because we've heard this stuff before. I mean, this was on some of the first albums we listened to, and he's had Cobra records that don't have this static on them. So I just don't know what is happening here aside from, you know, sheer laziness.
Yeah, I have no idea. I agree. I gave this one a 2.
I gave it a
I
0.
figured that was about. That's fair. I'm ready to move on. Let's do the top Mala next. How about that?
Yeah,
No? You
yeah,
disagree?
sure, we can do that.
Oh, okay.
That works.
So this album came out in fairly early 2015. So I think I might have said it wrong in the past. The year that he did the 300 albums was 2014. Those are the 300 albums I've found out that have disappeared from Spotify.
Ah, gotcha.
His entire catalog from 2014 is gone.
Solid.
And it doesn't exist anymore. From some early research that I have done, it seems it is possible they might have been removed by Viper himself, because he has been advertising on Twitter a great like $32 to buy my entire discography. Some of them you can only find here. And I have a theory that he removed those albums specifically to try to sell them.
Gotcha.
To get his son back. I don't know if that's true. I tweeted at him from the Two Cowards account today, asking, hey Viper, what happened to your 2014 albums on Spotify? Hasn't gotten back to me yet, but that's okay. He's a busy guy.
Speaking of
these are all new.
Yes, they are.
Go for it. What's up?
Speaking of all new, or speaking of sending money, buying things from Viper, before we move on, I did have a choice YouTube comment. We may have talked about this before, but I don't think we have. A choice YouTube comment from...
Not on video.
Yeah. Somebody that purchased some goods from Viper. Alex Cernalin. Don't know how to say his last name. Sorry. He he apparently a couple years ago bought the Yule Coward's throw pillow, and quote, he sent me one of those $3 Walmart pillows with the album art ironed on, crooked, and a burnable CD written on it in Sharpie. The liner had a cutout of the album cover that did not fit, and the kicker is he fucking media mailed me a pillow. It came reeking of cigarettes in the most awful taped up packaging envelope that was clearly never intended for a pillow. This man is the platonic form of the spirit of DIY. End quote. So that's what happens when you buy things from Viper.
That's really great. So I think that's actually, I did know you were going to tell that story now, but I am glad that you did, because this album is the triumphant return. So in 2014, he released 300 albums, and I don't know if any of them had any original content on them. Who knows? We may never know at this point. But this was his like comeback record. This was his, hey, remember last year? I'm back for real. Here's my return to form, and it is boring. It is the beats. I thought these were the most boring beats he's ever done for the most part.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are so bad.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get into those. Are you ready to jump on in?
Yeah, let's go ahead. I think
So,
the first song is the
go ahead.
best song on the album.
And here's why. Here's why. So I'm a Snake is the first song, and it's really cool and it sounds really different. You want to know why?
Why?
It's produced by someone called DJ Cinemax and not Viper.
Interesting.
It is, as far as I know, the only song not produced by Viper or Rhymetime Records. This is by some other dude who's only ever done this song, at least under this name.
That's awesome.
So all those cool, there's this really cool kind of stuttery
Yeah.
vocal effect. It's really, really nice.
It's
And
very
the beat's
Death
actually
Grips.
cool too.
Very, very Death Grips
Yes.
esque. I've heard a lot of read a lot of comments on YouTube for Viper songs. It's always like, this is chill Death Grips, and that is the worst fucking thing ever. That is absolutely not true.
I'm gonna share right now. Actually, a YouTube commenter named TJ3K 3 years ago commented, "This is literally calm death grips in every way."
I could not disagree with that more. But I will say that the voice chopping on "I'm a Snake" is very, very cool and very Death Grips reminiscent. I
agree.
I didn't dislike this song. The beat goes pretty hard. I don't know. I like this song. It's not that bad.
Well, would you like some lyrics?
Absolutely. Go for it.
All right. So first we have making more money than I ever made this year. Got the hose up shining like a chandelier. When bad chicks see me, I get cheers, and when haters see me, they disappear.
Solid.
Yeah, here's another one. I like this one. This is very Viper. I'm something like Satan, but a little worse. Hand down to heaven, God bless, we got a curse.
Hell yeah.
That's like Kid Bop's level rhyme.
Yeah.
Gon' keep it real. In your heart, you's a coward. Claiming that you know when you ain't got no power. I don't trust you. I think ya jankin'. And when I call your demise, the world might thank me. I like to think that's directed at us because he calls us a coward, and that we don't know. That's fair. This was good. There's some.
There's a lot of
That's on
good.
the album.
There's a lot of good lyrics on this album too, just in general.
Yes,
The album art for this
how about-
album is also fucking great.
it is. It's him next to like 50 cartoon shopping bags in the middle of a stock. Oh my goodness, stock footage of a mall.
And he's shirtless. He cropped a shirtless picture of himself
He is.
in the mall, which you're not allowed to do, as far as I know.
Well, he's got cash. It's fine.
Maybe they do things different down in Brooklyn. I mean, in Houston rather, but
Yes, Brooklyn, my favorite city in Texas.
I bet there is a Brooklyn,
Yeah.
Texas. Fuck you, I'm looking it up. There is definitely a Brooklyn, Texas.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Well, while you do that,
Texas.
I'm gonna talk about
Hell
money
yeah!
coming from everywhere.
It is a
There is?
unincorporated community in southwestern Sabine and northwestern Jasper counties in the deep east region of the U.S. state of Texas.
That actually, if you look to the right, that is Brookland, not Brooklyn.
Well,
It's also
That's
known
what I
as
said.
East Texas Ghost Town.
that's what I said. I said Brooklyn.
Yeah, well, actually, home of movie star Ann Miller's mother.
Who's Ann
You know
Miller?
Ann Miller?
No.
Uh-oh. I was hoping you would know. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Drop it in the Discord.
Dancer, singer, actress, 40s and 50s.
Oh, yeah, I don't
From
care.
nothing that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, let's move on to money coming from everywhere. EVRYWHERE.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very
I'm gonna
very old English. I'm digging that.
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna read some more lyrics because this is also a good one. My cash makes these haters have manners and take the title as they ball off planners. These marks plans never go forth. I laugh about it while I rake up my starred decisions.
That doesn't rhyme.
Not only does that not rhyme, I'm not convinced after my cash makes these haters have manners. None of the other words make any sense at all.
Yeah.
I laugh about it while I rake up my starred decisions.
Now that you mention it.
Next lyric.
Now that you mention it.
What does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean?
He rhymed "go forth" with starred decisions.
What is a starred
This one's
decision?
actually cool. I have no idea. This one's really cool. My life is so plus, or shall I say, so great. There's only 7 days in a week. I wish it was 8.
Me too. Me fucking too, bro.
Actually, this might be my favorite lyric on the album next, okay? You ready for
All right,
this?
go for it.
Listen closely. All rivals will either run from the battle or get pounced by a beaver.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I don't know what that means, but that's really funny. This one's kind of lame. I gotta say, this one's not that interesting, but I'm glad that he just wrote lyrics anyway. He had a whole year off to just write one album and then put it out, and this is what he has. You ready for Feel the Play?
Before we move on, I just want to comment on money coming from everywhere. This is the beginning of where it sucks. Every song after this sucks. This one,
Except for one.
I will agree with that. I hope it's the same one.
I really do too.
The beat is the beat is super lazy. It's very, very simple, which is going to be a running theme. And then number 2, the vocals on it are super fucking washed. Like, it's goddamn impossible to hear, especially compared to the last song, which had good mixing. This is again a return to world class old school Viper with very washed out, unlistenable lyrics. But yeah, Feel the Play. The beat is almost the exact fucking same. It is literally like indistinguishable.
I noticed that too. Viper didn't care about this song, and apparently no one else did. The Genius lyrics only have the hook, and then whoever made that didn't bother to put the verse in there. So I spent time out of my own life typing in the Genius lyrics, but I have to wait for the original author to confirm them.
Yeah.
So
that's never gonna happen.
I spent time to write up these lyrics, but so you have to trust me on these lyrics. But I mean, go hear it for yourself if you really don't believe me. Right. I guess. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. All right, waving that paper like it's going out of style. It ought to be against the law the way I clown.
Nice.
Does that rhyme? That rhyme to you? Style and clown? I don't think so.
Not really.
This one's funny. This one's good. Cuties call me gorgeous. That's the pot calling the kettle.
Yes.
Black.
Yes.
They gorgeous models. I settle. Every confrontation with merciless aggression.
He is grinding and shining in this song too. I want to.
He does grind and shine. I remember writing that one down. Here's a good one. Here's a good rhyme for you. I destroy challengers' environment and take away a sense of entitlement. I mean, technically,
he's got some good big
here's
words on this album. He talks about his
There are some
SAT
good ones.
score a little bit later on the album, and I really think that he just took the SAT because he has got so many SAT words in this on this album.
he uses pacifate later that I'm going to go over, which is a word I had never seen used and I didn't think was real that I had to look up. So
Yeah.
look forward to that. One last really choice rhyme here. I took violence off and made foes feel envy and destroyed them with heartless fury. I don't hate envy and fury.
Yeah, that's
but,
not bad.
I mean, it's better than settle and aggression. So that's all I have for Feel the Play. You want to move on to Stop Hating?
Yeah.
Stop Hating, excuse me.
Stop hating, yeah.
No G. So something interesting here. Not the song. The song's not interesting at all.
No.
But
He has an SAT
I want to
word.
read to you. He does have an SAT word, but I don't think I got to see it. I want to read something. According to Genius, these are the official lyrics to this song, okay?
All right.
Now, you're going to maybe get scared by this. Before I read this, I want to make it clear that what I'm about to read is not the views or opinions of either Coward, Lee Carter, or any other Vipers. As far as I know, this is just some deranged man on Genius who typed this up.
Uh-oh.
So if you are Turkish, Croatian, or anywhere in between,
Uh-oh.
please, we do not believe these things. I don't even know if some of these things are real.
Uh-oh.
I want to read this because this is what Genius says the official lyrics to this song are.
All right, go for it.
All right, it starts with Ocean Man, take me by the hand, lead me, and then it cuts off, remove kebab, you are worst Turk, you are the Turk idiot, you are the Turk smell, return to Croatio, to our Croatia cousins, you may come to our country, you may live in the zoo, ah ha ha ha, Bosnia will never forgive you, Ketnik rascal fuck butt fuck asshole Turk stink Bosnia, squisher Turk genocide best day of my life, take a bath of dead Turk, ah ha ha ha, Bosnia will get you, that part's in all caps, do not forget World War II, Albania we will kill the king, Albania return to your precious Mongolia, ha ha ha,
What?
ha. Idiot Turk and Bosnian smell so bad, wow I can smell it, remove kebab from the premises. You will get caught. Russia plus USA plus Croatia plus Slovak equal kill Bosnia. You will World War II Tupac alive in Serbia. Tupac making album of Serbia. Fast rap Tupac Serbia. We are rich. We have gold now. Ha 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 ha. Because of Tupac. You are poor. Stink Turk. You live in hovel. Ha ha ha. You live in yurt. Tupac alive. Tupac alive. Number 1 in Serbia. Fuck the Croatia. Fuck asshole. That's ASHOL. Turks. No good. I spit in the mouth eye of your flag and country. Tupac alive and real. Strong wizard kill all the Turk farm animal with rat magic.
Strong
Now
wizard
we
kill.
are Serbo rule.
Can you say that part again? Just emphasize that.
Tupac alive and real strong wizard kill all the Turk farm animal with rat magic. Now we are Serba rule. Ape of the zoo president George Bush. Hold on. Ape of the zoo president George Bush fucked the great Satan and lay egg. This egg hatch and Bosnia was born. Stupid baby form the eggin give back our clay. We will crush you like skull of pig. Serbia greatest country.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
So I mean,
Fuck yeah.
this is apparently those are the lyrics to Stop Hating.
I don't believe that that's true. I
think-
don't think if you asked Viper to point out Serbia on a map, he would be able to. I don't know that I would be able to. I would
I
point.
don't know that I could either.
I'd
I
point to
actually
like
took
the Central Balkans and just say close enough.
I definitely, out of curiosity, took one of those like European geography quizzes online where you like click the country and did not do very well in Eastern Europe. So
I think I would do pretty well.
I had to read that because I was just like, all right, well, let's see what the lyrics for the next song are like. Let me start the song. All right, let me click on the lyrics. What the fuck is this?
I need to point
And
out.
then there was.
I need to point out that the lyrics on Genius for me, for the album Top Mala, song number 4, Stop Hatin'. Actually, you know what? Just go ahead and let me read the whole thing out for you. Question mark. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, I may have. The only time I've ever done anything on Genius and someone responded was reporting this for misuse and it being taken down within 2 minutes.
All right, that's pretty good.
Someone did comment on it. Their comment was just based. An admin commented based on this and left it for years.
That's fucking
until
great.
I reported it in 2021.
That's awesome.
Also, while I'm thinking about it, before I forget, I want to point out, if you look on Genius right now at popular Viper albums, you'll notice that they've changed a lot recently. Maybe you won't notice, but none of them are You'll Cowards. And the reason for that is that the top 6 tracks are the 6 original tracks that we've looked at over the last 6 weeks, and we're the only people using the Viper Genius.
Hell yeah.
I've noticed that as we use it, whatever we just did the episode on becomes the most popular searches. So maybe that's just us. Maybe that's the listeners as well. But I think that's really cool that we have that effect.
That is
because
really cool.
Top Mala was definitely not the most popular Viper album 3 days ago.
Oh my god, that's finally... so good. That was awesome. I'm so glad that happened.
We're definitely calling this episode Strong Wizard Kill All
Farm Animal with Rat Magic. Strong Wizard
No.
No. It's just real strong. No, just Strong Wizard Rat Magic. That's the name of it. That's the name of this. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Strong Wizard Rat Magic.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's awesome. Magic. That's so good. Shout out to our Albanian listeners for getting a shout out in those lyrics.
Yeah, I'm really happy. Let's move on to I Sell A1 Cocaine. I like this song.
This is also my other favorite song. This one has my favorite lyrics on the album.
I agree.
Can I say mine?
Sure. Yeah.
Second verse, I'm your dope man, but I'll take a hit with ya, so you see it safe and accept the big picture. Cocaine is the movement. Judgmental cowards just gotta do it.
Yep.
And then my other favorite lyrics.
That one's really good.
My other favorite lyric. I assume this has something to do with doing cocaine or doing crack or whatever. But out of context, these two are awesome. Don't forget about the horse, cause it's gonna keep you glad. My coke so gravy. That's awesome. Thanks, Viper.
Oh, dude, the horse is ketamine.
Oh,
you take the tranquilizer with the downer with the upper for the extra high.
Interesting. My coke so gravy.
I actually you cut off right before my favorite rhyme. It's my coke so gravy. Other dealers jealous want me pushing up daisies.
Yeah, that's pretty
rhyming
awesome.
Gravy with daisies. I got a couple of lyrics too if you want here.
Go for it.
Link up with your thing if you ain't scary. You gon' fall in love with my cocaine. You'll be wary.
Yep,
Unlike my competition, ain't no additive. Ice cold, uncut Viper. They mad at him. That's pretty good. And then good. We ain't afraid to shoot. Take a shot to the vein. Oh, this is the one you were talking about. Yeah. Take a shot to the vein. Coward people out there. Time to go home because it's time to take a hit and go to another zone. This is a good song. I would genuinely like in college, if we were after a party on our way to cookout, I would just blare this on the way there.
Absolutely.
This is a banger.
This one slaps.
So good. It's just like there's a point where he talked about like if you're a little short on money, like I'll give you a discount. And, like we're hanging out, I got whatever you want. Like I'm the best. Come here. I'll take care of you. And like I'll never get arrested because I sell the best stuff, and no one would snitch on me because then they'd lose the best dealer. I'm like, damn, Viper. That's crazy that you think he'll never end up in jail for this.
Well, technically, I guess he's not in jail for that.
True. You want to move on to my team?
Yeah, this is where I started to notice. I kind of I identified what the pattern is. And this album is kind of like if Yule Cowards, the original Yule Cowards, had like a bastard child with some Chicago drill, like trap beats, because it has instrumentation that is very reminiscent of that original Yule Cowards sound, very video game-esque. But then the percussion, the beats underneath the instrumentation are very like hi-hat heavy, very, very fast, they hit very hard. It seems like he took the production, the guy who did I'm a Snake, and he was like, yo, how do you do that? How do you make the drums go so fast? And then the guy who did I'm a Snake showed him how to do it. And then he said, all right, fuck it. I'm going to do exactly what I did for Yule Cowards. And then I'm just going to throw these drums underneath it. And that is kind of the whole vibe.
Yes, I agree. I also, my only note for this song is meh.
Yeah.
This is just, there's nothing of substance here. There is a little bit of substance in the next one, though, if you're down for getting diss money.
Yes. Yes.
So it's mostly also just kind of meh. He starts the song by saying "My life is epic," which I thought funny. It sounds like Commodore 64 Oregon Trail music.
Yeah.
In the background, which is kind of better than what it had been, but it's like this is the best he could do to help, and then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. But he has this lyric. I ball and the girls I pacifate. I ball and the girls I pacifate, while me all the girls congratulate.
Yep.
And I was like, does he mean pacify? Like, is that even a real word? Well, I looked it up, and there are two definitions. So let me read these to you. It is to make a metal or substance unreactive by altering the surface layer, or, and I think this is the one he was going for, to coat something with an inert material. I think he is using pacifate, the meaning to coat something with material, because he's saying he will coat the girls with material. That is gross. That is the grossest thing I've ever heard.
Let's move on.
Viper.
Let's move on.
Call in my parents' house. This is a very genuine Viper.
I want to come back to this one. I want to come back to this one last.
Okay,
because this is a great source of Viper lore. This is the Viper Bible as far as I'm concerned.
I like that song too. It's everything about it is boring except the actual content, but we can get there.
That part's only exciting because we're so deep in the game at this point. We've invested so much into Viper. If the average person listened to Call in My Parents' House, they would not give a shit.
It's kind of sad. I don't know. I think it's a little sad, but anyway, let's just go to Feeling Better Than Them.
Yeah, I don't have any notes until the 11th song, Until the Whole World Needs Me.
So well, I'll just go and you stop me. So my first note is that on this song, for whatever reason, it sounds like he's rapping late at night and he's talking kind of whispery so his mommy doesn't hear him. It's really weird. I don't know why he's doing that. Here's a great lyric. With me, the models act banished, and the hustlers that I got keep my enemies famished.
Nice.
Why you got the models acting banished? What does that mean? That's all I have for that one. The next one, That's the Way It Goes. This is the worst hook on the album. This sucks. That's the only note I had. This is just bad. Next, The Whole World Need Me. This is a song about how, I took a year off to dump out 300 albums, but now the world needs me to make things better again. So he has the line, my money got crazy. Now I done got lazy. It's true. It's coming so easy because the whole world need me. Every day, my money climbs higher and higher. I'm the realest of the stang. That's official. One reason girls give it up on the initial meeting, they cut for my style and cash. They was a trip. They all bad, fine, and class. E.
God damn it. God damn it! Half of those
could've-
wouldn't be
they would-
bad unless, like, half of them are just
If
like,
he
yeah, that's
didn't do
fine.
it.
But if he didn't just give us that little stinger right at the end, it fucking
you can
ruins
say
it.
class.
Yes.
Like you can call someone class and it would have been fine. Also, he used it to like cash and class don't really rhyme anyway. So I don't know. Crazy is the worst thing on this album. The hook
Yeah.
is 2/3 of the runtime.
Yeah.
He just kind of goes.
This is my last note on this album, and it's for this song, and the entirety of the note is God, this sucks.
Yeah. The next one's pretty good. And not in the good way. Maybe that's not true. It's Ought the Sky Money Falling. That's OT.
Yes, correct.
It's supposed to say Out the Sky, but on every official document or anything that I've seen about this album, it's
Ought the
spelled
sky.
Ought.
Yep.
So I think he just had a typo. This is a good one. Let me confirm. I'm first in the win, and rivals never get a turn. As pretty ladies give me love singles. That's singles, not signals.
Yep.
Singles.
Yep.
And these clowns ain't got a nickel to they name. And that's why me they loathe. I'm the sender of the hate, 'cause my pockets stay swole.
I don't
Did you
I don't think so,
notice
Viper.
a single rhyme? I'm gonna give loathe and swole a maybe. I'm gonna give reconfirm and turn a maybe, but love signals and same, no, I don't think so, Viper. Let's move on to Peace of Mind. For this song, I just have a question mark because I cannot tell what he was going for here. I honestly, I wasn't looking at the YouTube video, so I didn't think that the Sky Money Falling had ended.
Yeah.
I thought that it just kept going.
The last three songs fade together a lot.
Yeah. Dis blang game, in parentheses, it ain't a thing like shinin'.
Yep.
My one comment is, yeah, sure, Viper, all right. Like, these last three feel like, damn, I wrote 12 songs. I forgot I need 15.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, I'll come up with something.
This is a very old school Viper, too, in that it just completely falls apart in the second half. Like,
I agree. Let's go back to Calling My Parents' House, though, before we make any general reflections.
Yeah. This is... Call My Parents' House is the best source that we've ever gotten for Viper lore. This is the most information we've gotten about Viper. And there's a lot of stuff to touch on now. So
yeah, I've got I think the main cliff notes if you want me to read through them.
Please.
So the first verse, Mama made the ultimate sacrifice, dropped out of med school so she could raise us the way she thought was right. So she instilled in all of us to be doctors, and one actually did.
Yep.
My sister and her husband. The rest of us did our own thing. I got into rap and the real estate game. So
Yes.
right away, his sister's a doctor, so's her husband. His mom could have been. That's kind of sad, but you know, cool. And then this is where it gets actually kind of sad. Clearly something Viper genuinely cares about. It's not like the ones about like the girl he liked that died, where he's like, damn, really wish we could have sex right now. That'd be cool. Like this is different. So
Yeah.
the only one I don't know about, my biggest brother Ronnie. I wish I knew where he was. I wish he'd come and find me. I heard he north of me, but I don't really know. I want to find him so bad it burns a hole in my soul. I wish I could write him. Last time I seen him, I was a toddler in diapers. I never dreamed that we would be split apart. Now I got a big tear in the middle of my heart. Ronnie, if you're listening, come find out where I'm at, yo. I'm thinking about you daily and missing you like crazy, bro. I'm telling you I love you with all my heart, and you best believe that love been there from the start. And cross the other side, I will see you if I don't hear. We gon' catch up and we gon' rejoice and cheer in the platinum gates of heaven's ghetto.
Yeah.
That's kind of heavy.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, and
He asked,
very genuine and very like, I don't know, like we gonna catch up and rejoice and cheer in the platinum gates of heaven's ghetto. Like that's, I don't know. There's something very, like genuine and sad about this whole song.
Yeah, I agree. You can tell that this one, he's actually putting a lot of effort into this one, because it is literally this doesn't follow the general Viper pattern. This is hook, then a long ass verse, and then a hook, and that's it. There's some other things I wanted to touch on in here. So his dad was a preacher. His dad beat him, and for that he is thankful. He went to church 4 times a week as a kid. He claims that the tenets of humility to this very day I use, which no you don't. Let's see. The other part that I wanted to talk about was his sister, the brother next to him, got into movie producing, which we are familiar with.
That's true. He was the director. Yes. He was the director of the movies that Viper was in.
Yes. And we will be watching those at some point. But yeah, this song I listened to more than once of my own volition. Not because I was, I think that it is rather, affecting a little bit. It would be more affecting if it wasn't Viper. In terms of like the production of it and how it sounds, it kind of isn't as good as I think it could be. But
it could be done better. Yeah, but it's still.
But yeah,
for if coming into a Viper album, you don't expect that, right?
Exactly.
Like, that's just
exactly.
Well, I gave Top Mala a 4, unfortunately, even though there were two or three songs in here that I thought were genuinely cool.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I gave it a 5.
They're the only ones that I will probably remember in a week.
Yeah, I gave it a 5. Okay. I think a 5 is pretty average. Directly in the middle of my scores.
How about the next one, my favorite of the week?
Oh, why?
For a completely unrelated reason to the actual songs. Kill Yourself, My Man. This album has 125,746 views on YouTube, which is incredible because most of these things have like 2.
Yeah,
by the time they're done.
Literally 2.
It's also this is a 16-song album just for some reason.
Yep.
And my favorite comment that kind of made me sad, Longmane user on YouTube 4 years ago. It's crazy to think about how most of us won't even listen to Viper's entire discography in our lifetime unless you devote every waking hour to it. Most of us couldn't do it in 3. And I think that's kind of sad because given the Spotify situation, it might just be gone.
Yeah.
Like we may literally never hear it.
I mean, that's 3. I mean, assuming that they're each like an hour and 10 minutes, right? That's close to 400. I mean,
that's 100 episodes of the show.
Yeah, that's 100 episodes of the show.
That's 2 years worth of show that we're doing. That Top Ball is from 2015. Like I didn't expect we'd be reviewing 2015 stuff for actual years, and here we are. So I don't know what's up with that, but
send us money. We're gonna set up We're gonna
go hunt down the 300 track discography that we lost. All the pictures of Viper in the mirror.
Look, I'm not gonna
half-naked women album covers.
I'm not gonna buy it, but if one of our listeners wants to buy it and send it to us for free, so that we're not supporting Viper, I would not be opposed.
Or even give it like a rip and send us the rip. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be
Or
cool.
put it on YouTube. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Or just give us a listing. I bet they probably still are on fucking YouTube. I bet we just don't know the names of them.
Yeah, maybe so. They just have 0 views, so we'd have to know the names. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. But let's start with No One Had a Clue. So these are all just random other songs. They might be edited a little bit. But I want to have some fun with this. I want to tell you what it actually is. But then something that I noticed, because this whole album is in one video, YouTube algorithm, because it was a popular video, in the bottom auto listed out what it thinks the songs are. So I want to tell you what the original is, and then I want to tell you what YouTube thinks it is. But there's another layer because it has a link to the video that it thinks it is. So I'm also going to tell you where the link leads. All right,
this seems very complicated.
It's more than it should be.
All right.
So the first song is called No One, the number 1, Had a Clue. The original is All Girls Are in Love with Us from These Rappers Claim They Hard.
Yes.
YouTube thinks it's the song called A Top Figure from Secret Menu, an album by Viper I have never heard of. However, if you click the link, it takes you to a song called A Performance Review from the Viper album Winna Life.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
So, all right.
I want to point out before we move on. I have basically no notes for this. My only note is for the first song, which is, at this point, hearing All Girls Love Us or All Girls Are in Love with Us is enough to get me to check entirely out of an album. And that is 100% true.
He did not back. There's a lot. There's like a very, like, he is shaken up there's no repeats. There's a bunch of like just weird picks. It's like he hit random on his whole discography and picked some, which is fine. At least it's not Paper Man or These Rappers Claim They Hard just shuffled and put out again. The second song is called Best Friend. That's Don't Take Life as a Joke from Best Piece and Chain Ever Made. The hook is cool. I still think this song's kind of cool. And YouTube agreed with me. It also thinks it's Don't Take Life as a Joke from Best Piece and Chain. All right.
Okay.
You ready for the next one? It's called Shot Once. Shot Once. That is Hustlin' Thick from Paper Man, a classic by this point. Although YouTube thinks it's a song called How Can a Man Ball So Easy from I'm a 5'9" Piru Blood. Now, that is not 5'9" Pure Blood, the album, the label, the whatever, the original album.
Mm-hmm.
This is an album for like 2018 called I'm a 5'9" Pure Blood.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Here's an interesting one that I can't believe YouTube fucked up. This song is called Wit You for the Long Haul. Believe it or not, that is Wit You for the Long Haul from Best Piece and Chain.
Solid.
Or as YouTube thinks it is, a different song called I'm Always Popping My Shirt Off Every Day from Best Piece and Chain. YouTube thinks it's a different song from the same album, even though the names are identical across albums. I don't know how that happened. Good job, YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube.
Next up, Now Available. That's When You Move It from Paper Man. This one's fun. This one's good. YouTube thinks it's And When She Move It from Prettiest Playboy. However, if you click the link on this one, it goes to a video called Hustlin' Thick from Chopped and Screwed Paper Man, but it's actually just When You Move It.
Nice.
It's
That's
not Hustlin'
awesome.
Thick.
That's sick.
Even though Hustlin' Thick is on that album, it's not Hustlin' Thick.
Fuck yeah.
So that one's pretty good. How about Find a Way? This is Have You Sick in a Hoop Game from Best Piece and Chain, and YouTube agrees. How about Choice? That's Can't Stop Me from Snowburden from Rich and Not Famous. YouTube actually thinks it is the auto-tuned remix of Can't Stop Me from Snowburden from Rich and Not Famous Space Age version.
Nice.
I don't know why.
That's awesome.
Maybe it is. The next song is called, this is interesting, The Night of the Murder. The Night of the Murder. In parentheses, I'm God's Favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you may recognize the name I'm God's Favorite. This is actually where this song is from originally. Not from the best Piece and Chain or whatever. This is where the original is from. However, despite us knowing the one from Best Piece and Chain, YouTube thinks it's called Truly God's Favorite from an album called Can't Stop Me from Snowburden. However, if you click the link, it goes to I'm God's Favorite from Best Piece and Chain Ever Made. You confused yet?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So now we're going to get a little flashback. This one's called Everything I Did For You. Of all of the things that name might make you think it is, it's actually Hop It, Drop It from Paper Man.
I forgot that was a song.
Yeah, it's not a good one. YouTube, however, thinks it's Hop It from You'll Never Smoked Crack from last week. Or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. Next song is called Establish. Again, despite what you may think, this is actually You Fine Get Up from Paper Man. However, YouTube thinks it's You a Dime from You'll Never Smoked Crack. So 2 in a row that it thinks is from You'll Never Smoked Crack instead of Paperman. I don't know what that's about. Shell Casein, that's Casein, is Jumping Out the Gym from Best Piece and Chain Ever Made. At this point, YouTube gave up on giving any suggestions, so unfortunate.
Or fortunate, depending on how you look at it.
That's true, because it didn't help us very much.
No.
Suburban Area is the next song.
Nice.
It's actually Why Boys Want Me Killed from Best Piece and Chain.
Because he's in the suburbs.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's not, but...
No, he's in Houston. He's in the projects of Houston, too.
Yeah. Next song is called Don't Change Me. That's the Paperman from Paperman. How about... This is a weird one. It's called AKA The Next Big Thang. That's Stangin' Licks from Paperman. But this is a different version from the original. The beat is different, and it's done in like a spoken word style. And it's like kind of cool. It's much better than the original Stangin' Licks. And the lyrics are changed a little bit too. Which is weird. It's definitely Stangin' Licks, but like the hook is changed pretty dramatically, and then the rest is delivered very differently with a different beat.
Yeah.
There's nothing else on this that was changed. And then, yeah, The Night of the Murder, in parentheses, I'm God's Favorite, is an original. So why those are on this album that's 16 songs long, I don't know. But next song is called Nobody, which, of course, as you already knew, was Motherfuck Your Record Label from Paperman.
I missed that song.
Sucks.
I missed that song, dude. Motherfuck your record label. Trick. Bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And then finally, another great What Does This Name Mean Viper. It's called Time to Yourself. That's TYME, the number 2, URSELF.
Hell yeah.
And that, of course, as you already expected, is Winning Through Your Best Side from Paperman.
Hell yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
So we have, of this 16-song album, 14 of them are just random songs. One of them is an original for some reason, and then one of them is a much improved alternate version of Stangin' Licks. It's like half Paperman, half Best Piece and Chain, with like one song that's from Rich and Not Famous, but also maybe not from Rich and Not Famous.
We've listened to so many fucking albums now. I can't it is so weird. That's so bizarre that
it's mostly like one song from These Rappers Claim They Hard. Yeah. I don't know. It starts with All Girls Are in Love with Us from These Rappers Claim, and then that's the only These Rappers Claim song in the entire album.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's so
good.
So
this is a tricky one. What do you want to do? Do you want to do the stuff for next week, or do you want to do what to listen to instead? What's next?
Let's cover next week. Or no. You know what? No, we'll do what to listen to instead first. Go ahead. Or do you want me to go first?
So I want everyone. I recommended it. I can go first. I'm ready.
Go for it.
I have this past weekend. There's this online live show called Secret Sky that went up, and Caro Bonito, who I shouted out a couple of weeks ago, did a nice 30-minute set that was really good. So I recommend that because that EP that I recommended a couple of weeks ago was only 3 songs. I thought it was a full album, so if you're interested, go check that out instead.
Nice. I'm going to recommend a band that I very recently discovered within the past month or so, a band called Fontaines DC. They're an Irish punk, post-punk band, and I'm quite fond of both of their albums. They've released 2 albums. They're a pretty new band. Their first album came out in 2017. That's the one I'm recommending, Doggerel. I truly think that it's some of the best post-punk to come out. in the last decade to 2 decades. If you put a gun to my head and told me to name my favorite genre of music, post-punk would probably be up there, and they might be my favorite modern post-punk band. I'm a big fan of this album. I've basically been listening to it nonstop since I found out about it or heard it for the first time. So I recommend everybody go listen to that.
Nice. Okay.
What we got for next week, Will?
Well, Garrett, I'm actually genuinely very excited for next week.
Oh, boy.
First of all, we have Life Ain't Fair for Yule.
Life ain't fair. Is this the number 4?
Yeah.
All right, good.
You already know.
Yeah. For Yule.
All right. The next one, the number 2, Burn a Police Alive.
Hey, Cab.
You got that one?
Yep, to burn a police alive. I fucking
Garrett,
misspelled
this is
of
something-
alive. I spelled Avila.
Of all the words
I
there.
spelled Avila.
Of all the things that we've wanted, this third album is all of them. It's something that you have been personally asking for weeks, and I can finally deliver it to you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is?
I'm gonna say that it's Yule Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack Space Age Thug remix.
Oh, you wish. This is actually an album called Viper Acapellas.
No! No, it's not.
Yeah,
That's not real.
Yeah, it is, dude.
God
No, it is.
damn it.
There's a picture of him like really shredded in this like concrete house on the cover. It's real, dude. There's parts where he's just like he spends 2 minutes like ad-libbing in the middle of it.
God damn it. God damn it.
There's also like 1 or 2 cases where there is like a beat in the background for some reason, even though that's not a cappella. But as far as I can tell, all of these are originals.
Oh my
and they're
God.
all just him singing with various levels of like auto-tune.
What years are these from?
Let me look it up actually. I think they're all pre 2015. I tried to at least do that.
God damn it.
Life Ain't Fair for Yule. 2013ish it says, maybe. No for sure year.
All right.
To Burn a Police Alive. Gonna put Viper on the end of that so the FBI knows what I'm about. That is May of 2015, so
Okay.
a little later, but
Viper Acapellas
hold on.
has got to be like 2018.
Viper's one of the songs on that To Burn a Cop Alive is called I Promise to Decapitate One of These Bitch Ass Police. Which I think is pretty funny.
That's awesome.
And then Viper Acapellas, let me look it up. He looks really young in the picture, but that doesn't
mean
necessarily mean
anything.
anything.
The crack keeps
Yeah,
him
hold
alive.
on.
The crack keeps
True.
him young.
It was released in 2019.
I knew it.
But hold on, Viper Acapellas. This is definitely something I knew I was going to be Googling a year ago. Yeah, January 28th of 2019.
I knew it. I knew that had to be recent. There was no way he was releasing this shit on the heels of releasing an album a day for 400 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, there is a post on the both Indie Head, Circle Jerk, and Viper the Rapper subreddits. Fresh album Viper Acapellas 2019. Neither of them got a single upvote or downvote, but they were both archived and gilded. So,
fuck yeah.
You know, the moderator's looking out.
I was gonna
So
say
there you
something,
go.
but I forgot. Oh, before we leave, I just wanted to. Do you think Viper's like he's got to be the black sheep of the family, right? Like his sister's a doctor, his other sister's an executive assistant, his brother's a movie producer, editor, director, whatever, and he's a fucking crack dealer.
And Ronnie is gone.
And Ronnie is
I
gone.
don't know. So something interesting is I was looking back recently while I was scouring the Viper Twitter to see if he announced that he was going to take his stuff off of the
Spotify.
Oh god. Yeah, no, I'm just having a burping. But he did not. But he did in 2 tweets back to back. He says, I'll never find it again, but he says to make sure to wear your masks and don't leave home unless you have to,
Right.
which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
But at the end of that tweet, he says, don't let the Texas government, aka the Antichrist, push you out of your home.
Yes.
Which I also, that's very Viper.
Yep.
And then the very next tweet was, stay inside and be prepared. The end days are upon us. All of God's good people will be sent to hell for a short time to preach to the sinners. All the sinners will go to hell and have the chance to repent and go to heaven, or else face eternal damnation. The end is nigh. Stay in your homes. Wait for revival. Buy my new record.
I wish that was the name of the album. I wish the name of the album was The End Times Are Now.
He does. I'm actually gonna try to find one. He has an album called like, oh god, I don't know if I'm gonna find it, but it's like, all the sinners go to heaven, all the good people go to hell, and it's just a fucking 50-letter long. It's bad.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'm still a big fan of I Will Start the Third Impact.
That is really cool. That is
Viper
super
the
cool.
Rapper.
Viper the Rapper. Unit 0. What would his unit be?
Dude, Ava Crack.
Thuzela is the name of it. He's an angel. Viper's a fucking angel. Viper's the fucking first angel. Oh,
that's true. He is. This is Adam.
Yeah.
He actually has an album
Adam.
called. He has an album called "I Am If God's Son Had a Son," in parentheses, which he didn't. God's grandson.
God, I can't wait for all of these. All right, I'm gonna get back to going to war with the papal state.